of the show be about our adventures in the movie theater world. We were invited. Thank you, Disney, Fox, 20th Century Fox, for the press passes to go screen the out in theaters now. It should be coming out today. The Alien Romulus, a franchise, in my opinion, which was dying on the vine a long time ago, thanks to all these wacky installments and whatnot. But with a movie like Predator having a new installment that debuted on Hulu with their new installment Prey being so successful and well received, and then Disney thinking, wow, that turned out better than we thought. That should have went to theaters after that reception. But let's not make the same mistake with Romulus, because it looks like we're putting exactly the same amount, if not more, quality back into that franchise as well. Let's put it in theaters, and damn it, a franchise that I felt, like I said, was on its last leg, limping. It's now this franchise now has a new breath of life, if that makes whatever the metaphor is. This movie was everything that Aliens originally set out to be. It brought the horror back. It brought the tense. This movie was tense. It was claustrophobic. It was brutal. It was bloody. It was everything that it needed to be for years. I mean, it's back. I loved it. I had a great time. Rob, I asked you to come to the screening with me. You showed up, and let me get your thoughts on it. What did you think when we sat after the 2 hours? It's 2 hours long. What did you think about Aliens? Alien Romulus.
I agree with you completely. This was absolutely a shot of adrenaline to the Alien series. It checked a lot of boxes, man. It had such a great horror feel to it. So many callbacks to the very first movie.
Oh, yeah.
So many callbacks, and just such great content. There was some solid younger actors in it, so younger generation to bring in some really solid acting talent. And I enjoyed it. Had that good horror feel. So many nods, so many fan service items to bring in, some of those people that were really the original fans of the series. The first, you get to hear the sound of that pulse rifle again in the film, and it's just that nostalgia comes right back, and so many bits and pieces, so that it ties into. Basically add some content between your first film and your second film in the series. It gives you some good timeline, and they developed a story to where it made sense. It didn't feel out of place. It didn't feel rushed. It felt like it lived in that world, and it felt like it made perfect sense to me.
This movie is set between the original Alien, which Rob was shocked. I mean, he almost left when I said I never watched the original. He was like, "Oh!" He gasped audibly.
It's rare that I've seen something
that I haven't,
and I have seen the first one. I've seen all of them.
Yeah, and it takes place between Alien and Aliens. It bridges that. So I've seen Aliens multiple times as a kid. I was on cable. It's in my. I haven't watched it again in years, but I watched that movie a lot of times. But I've never watched the original Alien. This made me want to go back and probably watch it all again, because I can, based on what I saw here in Romulus, I can pretty much tell. I mean, it's pretty much the same formula with all Alien movies. Crew on a ship, they bump into something and they shouldn't fuck with it, and they fuck with it.
Quiet Place. It's got a cat. The original one.
Oh yeah. That's right. That one original did.
Meow.
That original one did have a cat. Like no cats were harmed in the making.
What's the cat's name?
I can't remember, but cats got senses.
I remember.
Something's evil in here.
Yeah.
And it had the little girl.
That was Aliens. That was part 2.
Newt.
No.
Yes. I can't remember the name of the freaking cat.
I don't know, but I had a theory about Romulus connecting to Aliens, but I won't go into it I won't say whether or not that theory was right or wrong, but I had a theory, but it was not what I expected. When I shared my theory with you, you were like, maybe. No, you didn't co-sign with me on my theory right away. And then when all was revealed, you were like, okay. So I'm trying to be coy, but I went in excited, looking for the connective tissue. So I'm gonna definitely have to watch because I feel like I was missing something. I'm definitely gonna. This movie made me want to go back and watch what I've missed. Like I said, I've never seen the original Alien, but it made me want to watch Alien, then watch this again, then watch Aliens. It made me want to watch this new trilogy all over again.
It literally felt like you were watching cut content from the first movie and cut content from the second movie, and with additional story content.
Yeah,
and done extremely well. Some of these young actors just really did really good jobs.
Let's talk about. So here they are right here. Who stood out to you the most in this new installment?
Archie. What's his last name there?
Archie Renault.
He's done a couple
Tyler.
of other series.
He played Tyler.
What was it on Amazon? It was like it was based off of a book series, Something in Bone. He's got some really good acting chops for a young guy. And then David Johnson's character.
That was my favorite.
I think
he played one of another. We played one of the robots, or what are they called?
Synthetic
organisms or something like that. Robots, but synthetic robots. But
he probably was probably one of my favorite.
Yeah,
his acting talent showed through the most, I think.
Yeah, it because it pretty much played like he had multiple characters. It almost reminded me of like not maybe split or multiple personality would be too on the nose, but it wasn't. It was the way his character evolved was, I guess, is the best way to put it. He really stood out. In a lot of ways, carried the movie. And a lot of if it would have just been him, I would have been entertained. But everybody, this whole cast, they did a great job. Why? Mr. What is his name? Bourne, played by Spike Fern. Oh man, his reasonings behind everything, like what he brought to the table. I don't have her listed on here, but I think the character's name, Kay, the other young lady, that was on there. The dynamic between his character and because I believe the guy you talking about, Tyler, who played Tyler, and Jorn, is that Jorn or is that Bourne? BJORN. Bjorn. I think they played cousins. They were related to each other, and one being a nice guy, the other guy being a little bit of a dick. It worked very well. Eileen Wu's character, Navarro, I totally love. You see her a lot, and you guys could obviously probably can tell what happened. Now, if you saw the trailer, you kind of know what happened. You know exactly what happens to her, but how they led up to it, even though I knew it was coming. How they led up to that attack, because you see it on the poster, the xenomorph on the face, the face hugger. It was like the way it happens, like that. Did not see that coming. It shocked me.
Very reminiscent. The whole, not that they illuminated it in the other movie, but the whole coming out of the chest. I specifically remember that. In the one, I can't remember which number. It's the one that has Winona Ryder in it, because they
Part 3.
Is that 3?
Yeah.
That dude they randomly run into who's coughing and sick, and that's why he's sick.
Yeah.
Because he's got one in his chest, and then it finally.
Yeah, and for this movie, they showed it in the trailer that she had like an X-ray device, and the way they illuminated it. That was I love that. Because you saw it before, it was that hopeless feeling like, what is this?
And that was a practical effect.
Uh-huh.
That was not CG. So
thing really lit her body up like that.
Well, no, that wasn't her body, but that was so they had to. That was a lot of cast making and prop and silicone.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
To create a torso that was transparent enough and a light source behind it. To make it work.
But like you said, this movie did a lot to bridge not only the original Aliens, but then even the later ones like Prometheus, Covenant. Things were brought in. It let you know, yes, everything except for Aliens 3. I think they officially said that Aliens 3 has been retconned, like they're ignoring that one. But Aliens, Prometheus, and the one that came after that, was it Covenant or something like that? I think that was like there. It's all connected, and there are things that will happen to let you know. Yeah. So if there's people out there who are like, I love the original Alien, or I love the original Aliens, but I don't like Prometheus, I don't like the direction it was going. Well, I think, and I can see why some people don't. But now there's like a new cult following of people not apologizing, but people making an argument of of the awesomeness and of what Prometheus brings to the table, and why it should not be forgotten, and why it should always be included. And I think this movie did a good job making that exact same argument. So if there's people out there who feel like Prometheus needs to be forgotten and let go, and that it shouldn't have been included in the lore, I think Romulus did a good job making the argument of why it does need to be included, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
The one you're talking about that you think got retcon would be Alien Resurrection. The fourth one.
The fourth one was
the third
retcon.
one was the one in the prison with all men, and she was the only female.
Okay.
Because she heard pod or whatever, they found it.
I know one of them was retcon, but so was the fourth one. But
yeah, that one was, the third one was all in a prison with Forrest Whitaker, and there was it was all men. It was a men's prison camp, like that they just lived there by themselves.
Yeah.
And she was the only
Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that movie didn't really do it for me. It had some good suspense and some good scare scenes.
You mean Aliens 4 or Aliens 3, or are you talking about Prometheus?
3 and 4 were both a little lackluster for me. Yeah, just 3 didn't have enough to really make it exciting. Some of the pacing was a little slower, and just the content wasn't exciting enough. Especially, I mean, Aliens 2 is pretty tough.
Oh yeah,
that's a hard act to follow, right?
Yeah.
And the cat was in 1 and 2. He was in Alien.
Jonesy.
And Alien.
Jonesy. That's right.
Jonesy the orange cat.
Made an argument on why everyone, besides Garfield, why everyone should love orange cats. There's Garfield and Jonesy.
When I was just looking it up, someone in the comments was like, the significance. They're like, maybe he's a flirking like the Marvel. You know.
Yeah. Probably.
He's an anchor. It's an anchor being. The cat. Cat's an anchor being.
But any thing? But besides that, while we were watching, or was it before? No, it was during and after the movie. You were like, you were saying props. Like this, was it inspired? Did it inspire you? Because you're a props guy. You're the props guy.
Did you ever watch? There was a reality show that had maybe 1 or 2 seasons, and it was all prop specialists, and every week they would give them a task to design something, makeup, or cost something that was all prop done with, and then they would judge it, and people would get kicked off to eventually be one person who got given like a bunch of money to
there was
it was pretty interesting, the stuff they would make and come up with. You know, they only have a couple of days to put this stuff together, and where it comes from, I can't remember either. It was like FX, something that was to do with FX.
Yeah, I did watch it.
It was very interesting watching them create these random stuff from out of thin air. You're just like, where do you even come up with this stuff from?
Yeah, there's a couple of guys I know that were on that show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was really cool. I remember watching it. It's been quite a while it had been on, but it was pretty interesting because they would build all sorts of, you know, costumes and props and makeup and all sorts of things to whatever the theme was for the week.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of clean prop work in the movie. You know, other than just, you know, the xenomorphs themselves. if you want to go on YouTube and check out those the videos, some of the animatronic xenomorphs that were made for the film, that's some seriously impressive work. The videos, some of the rifle. I don't want to spoil a whole lot about that, but the rifle was an amazing prop. Everyone will get a really big kick out of that when they see that. The set work of the space station that a lot of this stuff happens on was, a lot of clean set work. Just a ton of work went into it, and it was really, really clean work. The attention to detail was very solid, and then just a crap ton of face huggers that nobody likes to have to deal with. So, yeah, it was the prop work and stuff was just stellar on the movie.
Yeah,
bravo to whichever FX team did it.
The only other thing that we're trying to get our hands on is the popcorn bucket. That was one of the things that we couldn't get. I assumed it was because the movie. I mean, we were at a screening, so maybe they weren't allowed to sell the popcorn bucket. But then we heard somebody else got one, so it was like maybe it was just
us. Yeah.
Just they're like, now I got the bucket, you don't. But I don't know. I guess
it's a pretty hot item. I'm assuming it's going to be. Is it only
in certain theaters that they're selling the bucket in, or is it AMC as well?
Different theaters have different buckets. So AMC has one
because there's an AMC right down the street from us, right here.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
The one that's the cylinder with the face hugger on it, that is the Regal Cinemas. The AMC, I believe, was the Xenomorph head. So everyone's kind of got their own special one, but. Yeah, I want to add one of those to the collection for sure.
I want that bucket.
Yeah.
But guys, it was a good time. I had a great time with it. It was everything that I needed it to be. I think that this was exactly what this franchise needed. So I'm looking forward to what I never thought Disney is going to be doing with production of these movies. I know it's 20th Century Studios, but it's Disney.
The Xenomorph is the new Disney princess.
Yes, technically, yes, it is a queen. You go. Yeah. I want Xenomorph. I want her right next to the Snow White's evil queen. Right there, the Xenomorph right next to.
That's what the cloned Ripley said in that resurrection one. That I can hear her. She's crying. She's calling for me.
Yeah.
In the end, it was like she had to find the nest with all the babies that are waiting to be born.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, oh, she's calling to me.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
she's queen. She's so beautiful. I was like, oh, okay.
All right, Disney princess. But, yeah, it was great. I had a blast. I can't wait to. I hope they continue on this path. I think they did a great job. What would you like? On the horror level, out of 10, I would give it like an 8 out of 10. That's where I would rank it. I thought it was great. What about you?
Yeah, I would probably go actually a little bit higher. I'd do a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Blood and guts are going nuts. It was great. I thought it was a good time.
I'll watch it. It's not. I don't like horror movies typically. They're not my.
That's why I didn't invite you.
But I've seen all of the Alien movies.
I did not know that.
So I will watch it. Because I've seen the others.
Okay.
You got to make sure. I got to see where it sits.
Go watch it on Disney Plus. That's so weird to say. Watch Aliens. So now I got to catch up and watch all the Aliens and the original. Maybe I should do a first time watching on this channel. I'll check it out. But guys, yeah, go check it out. It was great. We had a great time with it.
Is the first one does it have Bill Paxton in it?
Is that the one where it was like game over, man?
That's Bill Paxton, the second one.
The second one? Okay. I knew he was in one of them, and I couldn't remember which one it was.
Okay, so it was Aliens.
It's Aliens.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I just remembered he was in one.
When you watch the first one, there's a couple of deaths of scenes where people get murked by the alien, and they are truly haunting. So you will enjoy it.
Okay. I'll check it out. All right. Do a first time watching right here on this channel, guys. Oh yeah, that's it. We recommend it. 2 thumbs up. Must see. Go check it out. That'll do it for this episode of Talking Through the Medias, guys. Appreciate you. I promise. Peace out, guys. Later.
Thank you guys for watching our video. I really do appreciate it. Remember, you can support our show by becoming a member or a Patreon. So click the subscribe button. Don't forget to ring the bell for notifications so you'll never miss out on when we go live or post new content. Let's stay connected, grow this community together. Like, subscribe, comment, and let's keep talking.